You know, I've been around music my whole life, being around Tommy Elson and the Singing Stars, you know, a professional gospel group from Brooklyn, New York, you know. So music it's in my genes, you know. If hadn't I been doing football, music is probably something I'll be doing, looking to make a career out of. You know, I love playing with the band, and I love doing what I'm doing, but you know, it's always a part of me, and I love it. It's my getaway from everything.
Music has been a part of Daquan Bowers' life from when he picked up his first guitar at the age of 4. He grew up to be a musician like his dad, but soon found out he was pretty good on another stage.
Pressure comes, and he's sacked. Blindsided by who else but the basher from Bamberg, Daquan Bowers.
After an All-American season at Clemson last year, Daquan is heading to the NFL after being drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this past April.
Go on and fulfill my dreams and continue the legacy, you know. I made it. I'm not done yet, but I made it. So nothing left to do now but build more dreams, build more goals, and go after them.
Football will be Daquan's profession, but music is his passion.
How long you been playing, Daquan?
I've been playing guitar my whole life. Everything that I've ever learned on the guitar is from watching these guys in this group on video and trying to find the structure with my fingers to match his fingers and learning how to do it. Because a lot of the times he wasn't there. A lot of times he was on the road for 5 and 6 days at a time. So I had to learn a lot on my own, but when he come back, he said, no, that's not right. This is how you do it. And that's how it went.
Dennis Bowers was the lead guitarist for over 30 years for the legendary Singing Stars, a world-renowned gospel group.
He would always tell me the story of how Dennis wouldn't let him play until he was good enough. Dennis would always stop me and say, when he asked could he play, Dennis said, well, you're not good enough yet. And when you get good enough, then I'll let you play. So obviously, he got good enough because he's doing a heck of a job.
Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for some singing stars? Are y'all ready for the singing stars out of Brooklyn, New York?
When Dennis became the lead singer a few years back, his son took over on guitar.
The joy that he had when he put that guitar on and stood up with the other band members is something I probably can't really ever capture again. But it was a delicate moment.
He just loved to be around his dad. Him and his dad was more than father and son. They were best friends.
Father and son, brother and brother. That's the kind of relationship they had. They were real close.
Daquan and his father, Dennis, was so close you couldn't get air between them.
Me and my father had a bond, unbreakable. We were very close. When I joined the group, it just put the icing on the cake. We became like almost unbreakable. I was with him everywhere, and he was with me everywhere. So it was just a great feeling to know that I had a father that cared about me that much.
Side by side was where they were last August, just days before Daquan began practice at Clemson. As usual on stage, Daquan was playing his dad's prized possession, a 1963 Strat Fender-Caster named Denise.
Well, Denise is a very, very special gift to me from my father. I wouldn't say exactly given to me, but I kind of took it from my father once he stopped playing and went to leading, singing the group. And, I just kind of held on to it, but hadn't I known how to take care of it, he would have never let me take it.
I told him everything he knows. Well, not everything, because he don't know as much as I do still. I'll keep telling him, he think he's better than me now, but I told him I don't forgot a whole lot than he'll ever learn, so. I'm still a master with it, but he's turning into a good one. You can't really distinguish between the both of our playing. You can ask the band members. He sound originally just like I did when I was playing guitar.
Every time I strap this guitar on, I go to a totally different place. You know, and just being able to experience that with my father has been amazing.
1 week later, Daquan's best friend, the man who taught him so much about music, about football, about life, was gone.
Father, please send my
August 7th, you know, I remember like it was yesterday. You know, I got out of practice, we were in camp. I had a bunch of text messages on my phone and about 2 voicemails, and one of the voicemails said that we're taking your father to the hospital. You know, I didn't ask any questions. I just got in my car and left. You know, when I got to the hospital, he was fine. You know, we talked all night. You know, he'll doze off, then he'll wake back up talking like normal. And then, you know, about 7:30, 7:45, on the morning of the 8th, he passed away. You know, it was very frustrating to me because, you know, he left a lot of things unanswered that I thought he did. And realistically, he didn't. You know, he taught me everything that I needed to know. That last night on August the 7th is something, that's what he was telling me. You the man of the house, so take care of everything that you're supposed to take care of.
After his dad had that seizure, Quan said, Mama, my dad looked at me and said, "Good." And then I said, you really are the man of the house now. You are the man of the house.
More than 1,200 people showed up for the memorial, where Daquan and Denise paid their last respects.
You know, it's funny, everybody always asks me about that. They ask me, how could I do it? And honestly, I don't know. They ask me, why weren't I sad? Why weren't I crying? You know, but I honestly don't know. Just the emotion that I had going into that, knowing that that's the last time I could actually play for my dad's body, and for him to, you know, be in front of me while I'm doing it, it was a lot of emotion tied into it. And I sat up all night just thinking about it. And I was excited to do it.
The most beautiful tribute I've seen so far, as a matter of fact, that I've ever seen, that a son does for his father, and something that his father loved to do, and with his father's guitar. So it was beautiful.
Daquan returned to Clemson with a new mission and paid tribute to his dad again, this time on the field, where he was named college football's Defensive Player of the Year.
That last talk that we had, and he told me that I needed to step my game up and be more aggressive and be more serious about everything. You know, that conversation still sticks in my head because, you know, that was one of the last real conversations that we had. It motivated me to get my life in order. You know, going into that year, I had a lot of burdens on my chest, but, you know, I fought through them, you know, and it motivated me to get my life in order and start living the way God wanted me to live.
Next up for Daquan, the NFL draft. And while he was projected to be a high first-round pick, a knee injury scared teams away. But in the second round, Tampa Bay fulfilled a father and son's dream.
Football is gonna be fun. I'm out to prove a lot of people wrong. You know, I got 31 enemies. You know, and that's how I feel about the situation truly.
As Daquan prepares for the next chapter in his life, the pain of his father's death is still with him. But the love and the memory of their time together is still strong.
He just reiterated everything that he's always taught me. You know, he was always upfront about everything, and he expected me to handle business as a man with class. Told me, no matter what, just be who I am. Don't try to be anyone I'm not, and everything will take care of itself. I thank him every day.